All praises unto Yahweh Shem Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS. Honest you brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity. This is gonna be a really quick video. Um, Pretty much just speaking on the the possibilities that Esau could be using this what he's calling the Zika virus of a somewhat conspicuous origin as always, and pretty much I probably believe it's one of those biological weapons. And if it isn't, they're certainly going to use those GMO mosquitoes that they say they're going to use to fight these. You got it to where Esau's going to fight the Zika virus with genetically modified mosquitoes, so they could, either way, Esau's he's got an agenda, and soon that agenda is going to manifest itself, just like with the Ebola. But really, that thing didn't take off. So Esau is always praying. You gotta, like the scripture says, you can't be ignorant to Satan's devices, man. And I'm gonna take it from the perspective of who it's killing, and you're gonna see predominantly he's got it to where it's killing Jake's off out there in Latin America, man, which is an agenda of these elites, man, to kill off um a significant proportion of the people that are out there in the world, but predominantly you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, so I'm going to just read the first paragraph of this. It says, in 1947, scientists researching yellow fever placed Arius marquis in a cage in a Zika forest, meaning overgrown, in the Laguna language, alright, near the East African Virus Research Institute in Tembe, right, Uganda. And it says the monkey developed a fever, and researchers isolated from its serum a transmissible agent that was first described as Zika virus in 1952. Alright, it says it was subsequently isolated from a human in Nigeria in 1954, and from its discovery until 2007, confirmed cases of Zika virus infected from Africa and Southeast Asia were right. And to get that, man, it was quite difficult to try to find the origins of this thing. But if you can see it's relatively new. All right, and from what I can sort of try to understand from that is there was a monkey that had a fever, and they was isolated from the humans. And we've heard that story before, man, with the AIDS thing. A person was supposedly had sex with a monkey, and that's how AIDS came into being, and so on and so forth. They seem to have an obsession with these chips, man. All right, let me hit this article. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick one. Let's hit this article real quick. It says Zika virus spreading explosively, says Health Organization. All right, it says the World Health Organization has convenes an emergency committee to discuss the explosive spread of Zika virus, which has been linked to thousands of deaths in Latin America. All right, so he's killing off Jakes out there in Latin America like they ain't killing enough Jakes already, man. All right, let's touch on some scriptures real quick, and then that'll be it, man. So this is Psalms, the 64th chapter and the 2nd verse. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, of which, man, is highly likely, if not an inevitability, that Esau has got his hand in this, because look who he's killing, man. Who benefits off the death of them Latin Americans, man? Esau. Go up into that land, all right, in places like Costa Rica, all right, which means port riches, all right. All them so-called favela places where there's all kind of natural resources, the people out there are living poor in that. He's gonna take that out for himself now, so he's gonna benefit off of the back of that. All right, that's why the scripture says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked," because it is secret. They ain't gonna come out and say we created this disease so we can depopulate Latin America and then take everything that we got. That's too obvious, man. See, Esau's gonna do it under the table. All right, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrow, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Right? When do they shoot? They hold them councils, them board meetings, them directors meetings. All right, to bring upon more hell upon Jake. All right, it says, and they bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot at the perfect that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot. They shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune at laying snares. So their conversation, and um, in terms of conversation, what's supposed to be our conversation, right? Supposed to be looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High. But where's their conversation? It says they commune, which is conversation of laying snares privately, in other words, in secret quarters. And they say, who shall see them? Right? But see, the Most High sees all of that, and he's recording it. That's what the scripture says in Amos, the 9th chapter, the 9th verse. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. What's the wicked kingdom? America, which is the woman that sits upon the upon the beast with the 10 horns. All right, what are those 10 horns? All right, those European common markets. All right, in other words, Rome coming back again. All right, but the Most High, just like before, is going to destroy Rome, and that's going to be a beautiful thing. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. All right, so the Most High is going to shoot at them with his arrows, and those arrows are going to be coming from the recent ones being North Korea. And North Korea wants to test out, or it's launching its intercontinental ballistic missile and all of that, man. And that's all preparation. It says suddenly shall they be wounded, and it's going to be sudden, all right. But it's not going to be sudden to the men of the Lord. That's why the scripture says, be circumspect, right? And it says that that you may not be found of him with shame, okay? So let me hit up this last precept right quick, which is Psalms the 3rd chapter and the third verse. And it says, they take crafty counsel against thy people. Well, let me start from the 2nd verse. And it says, for lo, thine enemy make a tumble, that they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They're proud, man. They lift up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who's that people again? And he goes, Hispanics, Native Americans, that are going to be dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. That's one of the mysteries that comes with these scriptures. One of those mysteries is that you're going to have Israelites who are predominantly Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans dispersed out there throughout the four corners of the earth. They're going to look like Ammonites, Moabites, Japhites, Ishmaelites, and so on and so forth. All right? But Esau takes crafty counsel with them. See, even if the 2/3 of our people can't see that these are Jakes, Esau can see they're Jakes by the way they move, by the way they conduct themselves. And even if they can't see it, the spirit that's on him is to do wickedly against them, because that's the Israelite, and that goes back onto what the prophecies say, man. All right, Jacob was gonna be the heel, all right. Esau was gonna be he's gonna be likened unto a snake, all right, being stood upon, all right, to roughly paraphrase the quote there, all right. And he says, and consult against thy hidden ones, and says, and they said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So pretty much with that, it's just some thoughts I had about this. And feel free, if you want to leave some comments about this, do so. I don't know too much about this, but it looks hella suspicious, man. All right, so pretty much I'm gonna say double honor to the apostles of GMS. On the sheep brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.